I'm grumpy. I'm sleepy. I'm still in bed. I really don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything at all. But I've promised myself that... Look how dark my hand is compared to my face. Why? Anyways, lately I have kind of promised myself that I'm going to take this a lot more seriously. I'm going to start writing again, and I'm going to start vlogging even whenever I just woke up and I really don't feel like it. There's like 6 inches of snow on the ground outside right now. Why would I want to get up from this cozy spot? Why? I don't want to. However, I've been listening to a nurse that I know. I guess I should probably tell you guys. I am a full-time worker. I have to take care of myself, my son, my family. And I work in medicine. This year has changed a lot of us, and it's changed a lot about me, a lot about how I feel working in medicine, and just some truths. And so I started kind of listening to this nurse. She's been a nurse for over 20 years or so, but she is also starting to write her own book. My book will be, totally different. I'm not going to tell you the title yet because I don't want to. But basically, she is a nurse who only takes care of people on their deathbeds. She's a deathbed nurse. And so, let me see if I can get this flipped some kind of way. So, not only is she a nurse, I told you guys I'm relearning. Okay, this is like the whole point of doing what I'm doing. Good enough. Don't look at my wall. I didn't tell you to look at my wall. Don't look at my wall. Don't look at my wrinkles. I didn't say to look at my wrinkles. Don't. But anyways. She takes care of people on their deathbed. She travels all around to take care of people on their deathbeds. And a lot of them are young, especially this year. They're young. Some of them are old, and some of them are middle-aged. Some of them, it was very sudden. But what I thought was really fascinating in one of her last writings was that young, middle-aged, or elder, she would interview her patients. Just like I have to, interview some of my patients if they're gonna get anything done. I have to make sure, okay, are you sick today? Have you felt sick? If you're gonna take one certain type of medication, are you on another type of medication? Well, that's what she does basically. But what I thought was really fascinating in her last writing was how she's been doing this for, like I said, over 20 years, and I'm not going to blast her, that's not my business. But basically, she has started, she started interviewing her patients, the ones that were okay with it. And, a lot of them, what the fuck is going on? Like, where did this even come from? I just put you on. I just bought you. But what a lot of her patients claimed when she asked, because they know that they're on their deathbed. They know that they're aware, and so is she. And so she asked them a list of questions. However, when she got to the very last question, she asks all of them, what is your main regret in life? What is one thing that you wish you could turn around? And I thought it was just so eye-opening for me that 93% of all her patients, old, young, middle-aged, they all said that their main regret was that they wish they would have lived a life that they wanted to live instead of living a life that everyone around them thought they should live. And boy, howdy if that doesn't fucking resonate with me. And I don't mean to cuss, I'm sorry. But it's just so true. And that's why I'm vlogging right now when I don't have a stitch of makeup on. I just woke up. There's snow everywhere. I still have my morning voice where but I mean, it looks gorgeous outside. I'm not complaining, but I just thought, especially because if anything rings true this year, it is that we don't know. We don't know when our time is up. We don't know. And for 93%, almost 100% of her people to say, I wish I would have lived my life on my terms, on my standards, and what I wanted, what would have made me happy instead of living a life that everybody else thinks I should live, thought I should live. And look at me now. If 2020 has taught us anything, it is that we don't know about tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen. We really don't. And of course, every day I wake up, I say, what up, Jesus? Thank you for my 2 amazing gifts this morning, my eyes. Thank you, Lord, for everything that you've given me. And I have always done that. And then I make some coffee. But what I want to start doing, what I really want to start doing, is not just like thanking God for, for what I have and, what I would like to have and stuff like that. But what I've noticed is, here's a great example. Sometimes I get in the mood to listen to some Jesus radio. Okay, I'm not above it. I mean, it's better than most of the trash that's on the radio nowadays anyway, right? And so, let me just show you guys how absolutely crazy. Can y'all see? Can y'all see out there? Hold on. Yep. Snowy. But anyways, what I thought about that, yes, my roses. She's about to go in water. She's about to go in water. This big, beautiful baby here is about to go in water so I can make my own. And these babies, this one here, and this big mama here. Yes. Yes. How are you? How are you, baby? It smells so good. But yeah. So, you know what I look totally different. That's awesome. Where did my wrinkles go? Where did my... Anyways, I'm sorry if that annoys you guys. I do that a lot. It's just my way of being like, whatever. That's my whatever face. Anyway, so yes, I thought that was very fascinating that, you know, that amount of people, that was their main regret, is that they didn't live the life that they wanted to live. They lived a life that they thought was going to be best for their family, and a life that the rest of the world thought that they should live. And that is not me. That's not, I mean, that is me. That's exactly what I've done. My whole life, I've lived the life that I thought everybody else thought that I should live. I have done things, I will say, on my own that, not like, I don't know how to say it. I've done things that certain people didn't really agree with, and I have said things that certain people, I'm always gonna have. Nobody is everybody's cup of tea. Nobody. But I realized that what I've stopped doing that is really crucial for anybody, especially myself, is I stopped writing my goals down. And so this year, especially at the age that I am now, I definitely want to start not only just like waking up and just, hey Lord, thank you for letting me wake up today. Thank you for the life that I have. Thank you for this and this and that. But I need to get back in touch with myself and what I really want to do with my life. And I need to write it down. Before my house fire, I had a house fire, and I lost everything in it. And in that house fire, I had like 3.5 books written. And just like that, bam, they're gone. Now I'm at an age now where I have a little more knowledge, I have a little more wisdom, and I have a little more experience where I feel like, if that's something that I wanted to invest my time in, I would be a little wiser about it and not so naive, because now I'm constantly stuck in this, wondering time of like, what would have happened if I would have finished that 4th book and I would have published it, what would my life be like now? Would I still be feeling the way that I am? Would I still have the habits that I have right now that I'm trying to break? Would I have gotten involved in the people that I really shouldn't have invested any time in? Like, what would my life be like now? Had I done that? What? And I think instead of dwelling on what would have happened, what could happen, I'm gonna get back in touch with that child, my inner child, and shout out to the people that especially the ones that are like encouraging me to do this. Shout out to the ones, I definitely follow a girl named Erica. Well, come to think about it, I follow a couple girls named Erica, but I follow one specifically, and she literally wakes up every day looking like this, or her own version of this. She does not give a damn what she looks like. She literally gets on and tells people, breathe, enjoy that prana, and she doesn't care what she looks like, because that's not the point. That's not the point she's trying to make. The point she's trying to make is, you are so worth it. You have this inner God, this inner goddess in you. It's everywhere. What are you doing with it? What can you do to healthy give? Because you can donate and you can give and give and give and give, but it could be in vain. It could be the wrong type of giving. And when people think of giving, they're like, can I afford it? Can I do that? Can I do that? You can do anything. You can do anything you want, you put your mind to, but that's the difference between, just giving to give and healthy giving. And I want to be a healthy giver. I feel like that's my calling. I feel like I'm supposed to, just like my regular 9-to-5 job that I work at. Especially this year. Working in medicine this year, working in the medical field, all my medical people, you guys know what I'm talking about. It has been a year that has kind of like changed everything that we believed in. Everything, I know for myself anyway, everything that I thought has been completely erased, and it's a completely different world now. I started that job 6-7 years ago, and what it's turned into now, like, I'm literally getting trembly. I tremble whenever I talk about it, because that's so much time. That's so much time. I don't want to go another 6, 7, 8 years wondering what would have happened. What would my life be like if I would have started recording and blessing and practicing and really holding myself accountable for the goals that I have, in store for myself. And I do. I have tons of goals. There's one of my books I'm like trying to recreate. There's another one of my books back there that have my goals, manifestations, and all kinds of stuff in it. I mean, if y'all want to see some of the amazing tools that I use to kind of help me stay grounded, help me stay focused, and help me transition, especially. Whoa, I brought home a transition stone. I didn't cleanse it. I didn't bless it. I didn't do anything to it, and I ended up sleeping with it right next to my bed. And this goes for another bracelet too. If you guys want to hear about some creepy stuff involving, jewelry, because you have to understand, every single thing on this earth is made of energy. Everything. This blanket behind me, energy. That scarf I'm about to meditate with, energy. My eyes, energy. My face, energy. Our whole bodies, energy. But and I should have known better, because the same damn thing happened to me 2 years ago. I brought home something, and not only was it just like, something kind of like new age, but I was like, ooh, that's really cute, I'm gonna wear it. And what did I do? I put it on. Didn't think about it at all. I went to bed that night and I got to hear from the jewelry that I was wearing, and it was not nice at all. At all. And the only reason that I knew that it was the jewelry is because I was laying like this, right? And I would hear this thing, and I would sit up, and I was startled, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm the only one in this house. Why am I hearing that voice? And what is that voice? I had to cleanse it. I had to get rid of the energy that it had collected, that I now had brought not only into my home, but I had put it on my body. And the same thing happened to me recently. I brought home, and it's a whole thing, you guys. And this is another reason that I want to start this vlogging, is because I was born kind of a teacher. Not really a teacher, a coach. I was born a coach. And my mama used to always say too, and I don't know if it's just like the native in me that kind of like is cold. I have a cold spot in me, and it wasn't always there. Over time, you make these walls, and then another wall, and then another wall, and then another, and then if you end up letting that wall down and anything comes into your life that's not just exactly what you envision, what do? You make that wall even higher, and it's just, that's not the person I want to be. I want to be the coach that I've always wanted to be. I want to be the teacher that I've always wanted to be. And I want to finally start living life on my terms. So, realizing, one, the age that I'm at now. I mean, I'm not getting any younger here. Two, I'm blessed beyond belief. Like, I'm fine. I'll be just fine. But how much better would it be? Because us as humans, we always think, what's the worst that could happen? I know I do. I'm a pessimistic mother. I'm a pessimistic mother. Always have been. I am. And when people have called me out, young childhood friends have called me out, Kelly, you gotta stop being so negative. And I would always justify it by saying, oh, I'm not being negative, I'm being real. No, bitch, you're being negative. And so I had to realize that. But, realizing that has taught me that I want to change it. I want to change my life, and I want to change a lot of people around me. And so I'm starting to, drum roll please, I'm gonna start reprogramming myself. So you guys already know, we've all been programmed, especially in the country we live in. If you live in the United States, you know we have all been programmed. We've been put through a 12-step program that was meant for success, and in hindsight, it was actually meant for failure. We're not smart enough, we're not good enough, we're not old enough, we're not young enough, we're not this enough, we're not that enough. I'm done. I'm done with the I'm not it enough. So, if you care to join me on this new journey of really, I mean, look at that. Look at that snow. Well, y'all can't see it, but I can. So if y'all care to join me on this new journey, all of this is getting redone. So y'all don't worry about this, okay? I'm in the middle of changing everything about me, my space, my goals, my talents. I know a lot of y'all been asking, play the piano, because apparently you can't say I've played the piano my whole life on the internet without a bunch of people saying, no you don't, no you can't, no you haven't. If you have, play it for us now. I will, okay? I'll come out. If y'all want to hear me play a Christmas song for you, if that's just going to make your day and just prove that I can play the piano, I'll do it for you. But I just want to wish everybody a happy day, a happy weekend, a happy life. And if y'all want to know how I'm going about, kind of collecting the stuff that I need that's going to help me, transform and transition easily, and y'all want to know, what I'm going by, which, I thought it was really cool. Believe. You dig? Believe, baby. Then y'all can watch me vlog. And if you're not into transformation and you're not into, making yourself, the best version of you that you can possibly be, well, I feel sorry for you, but you're welcome to watch me too if you want. I don't always look this busted. I promise I don't always look this busted. I just woke up and I figured, you know what? I made a promise to myself. And I made a promise. And I don't make promises that I don't intend to keep. So you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep my promise, whether I look like this or not. And whoever sees it, sees it. And whoever doesn't, that's fine by me too. I love you guys, and I want you guys to love you guys. And I want you guys to follow me on this journey, because I don't know what it's going to turn into. You dig? Y'all have a good day. I love you guys.